11 plays, touchdown catch by Cordell David, and it was a close play, but it is a touchdown. As you take another look at David making the catch in the end zone, hands on the football, his right foot on the ground, and he had possession, complete control of that football, and it is 6. Point after made it 7, and boy, I tell you what, Auburn helped him a couple of times to get into position for that touchdown. Tigers will have the football here. Ryan Battie on the return, dancing around, still on his feet. Nice run. Well, down the sidelines once again, it's Taylor Davis. Let's join her now. Hey, Taylor.
Well, David, the Tigers needed a wake-up call. That first drive might have provided it. This is a team that's gained a lot of momentum and confidence in the last few weeks, but Hugh Freeze told them this week, if you think you won't have to earn this one, you are mistaken. You are not invincible in this game. He said this would be a true test of the mentality and maturity of this team. It was already on display early.
Yeah, the offense needs to respond, and they've got some talent to do so. And Jarquez Hunter with the first carry, and he is wrapped up immediately by Sone Appeal. Loss of 2. Thorne last week, 12 of 21, 63, also rushed for 88 yards. This offense was just humming along in the first half and really start the third quarter, and then they kind of slowed it down a little bit in the fourth quarter. But boy, it was an impressive show all the way around by Auburn last week.
It was a nice job by Jordan Vincent on second down. Minute of just setting the edge, minute coming off the block, minute to make the tackle. Third down situation for these Auburn Tigers, and expect zone defense by these New Mexico State Aggies.
Already facing a 3rd down and 11. Peyton Thorne looks a little confused on what they're trying to accomplish up front. Gets some motion now. Pocket collapses. Thorne having to run. He's going to tuck it and try to gain the yardage. He'll be out over the 40 to the 42. Jordan Vincent chases him out of bounds, but it'll be 4th down coming up. He picked up 9, needed 11.
When you watch Peyton here, man, great presence in the pocket. You know, as he looks, man, he understands, man, that he has an opportunity to get the first down. It looks like he goes for the stretch, just comes up a yard short.
Fair catch called for by Jonathan Brady. So New Mexico State up by a touchdown. They'll have the football when we come back. Great day to be at Jordan-Hare Stadium as we get toward the end of the 2023 football season, but it's got to go back to 1965, the last time that New Mexico State had an 8-win season, 31 cents a gallon. The Beatles, as you might imagine, certainly atop the Billboard Hot 100. Jerry Kill was 3 years old. The only guy in this booth, the spotter Kim Anderson, was alive in 1965.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just remarkable to think what this team has done and where they were just 3 short years ago, considered one of the worst teams in the FBS, and get to a bowl game last year and going to play for a conference championship in a couple of weeks at Liberty in Conference USA. Diego Pavia, 6 of 10 on that opening drive for 55 yards and a touchdown. They'll run it. Young ran a long way and picks up the first down. Ran about 40 yards to pick up 11. Well, Diego Pavia came in here a little banged up. Taylor, what's his story?
Yeah, Dave, you wouldn't know it based on that first drive, but he was actually considered day-to-day this week. He's been dealing with an injury he sustained in the Western Kentucky game. I was watching him in pregame. He was spending a lot of time practicing throwing on the run, which has been such a big part of his game this season, extending those plays. But the first thing coaches will tell you about this guy, he is a fighter, and that has definitely been on display.
Yeah, Auburn's having a tough time just getting their hands on him. Hit as he throws down the middle. Pass is caught. A flag comes out. Reception at the Auburn 45. Jordan Parker defended by Nehemiah Pritchett.
And here's what we're seeing. They have a lot of offense. So you're seeing a lot of eye candy with motion. You know, Keontae Scott was on the pressure, but the biggest thing that we see here is Diego's ability just to spin the ball and put it up in a position where only his receiver can get to it. So it's fun to watch right now, but as you see the contact early, New Mexico State's finding ways to move the football. And that's part of those explosive plays.
Pass interference. Defense, penalty will be declined. Results in the play is a catch and a first down.
Again, just part of those explosive plays Coach Keel was talking about.
That'll be a gain of 28 yards. This New Mexico State offense came in as the second best rushing team in Conference USA. Sitting there at number 10 in the country. They're averaging a little over 200 yards a game on the ground, but they've started this one slinging it around the field.
Again, RPOs, a little speed option is what we just saw. Now they're in a double stack formation from the pistol.
In the middle of that shot was Tim Beck, their offensive coordinator. Spent 32 years as a coach / head coach at Pittsburgh State, a place that Jerry Kill also spent a bunch of time. Handoff. Star Thomas kicks it to the outside and bumped out of bounds around the 37-yard line by Zion Puckett, a gain of 8.
And another slow handoff. So when you're looking at what's happening to Auburn, Auburn's trying to find the football. So much misdirection, you know, with what they're doing. Just the ability just to do your job, make sure you keep an edge, and tackle this football is what Auburn has to do as New Mexico State's on the move. Showing pressure.
This could be a free one. And it's picked off, but flags are down. And this one will be coming back. Boy, all kinds of pushing and shoving now. And who was right in the middle of it? Diego Pavia, the quarterback. 3-time state wrestling champ, not afraid to get his nose a little dirty.
No, you look at him. We saw him pregame. He had the aviators on. He's got a lot of swag.
Offsides, Jalen McLeod, who just had a remarkable game last week against Arkansas. A little too quick, and then Pavia just picks him up, drops him.
Like a wrestling slam by Pavia.
Live ball foul and a dead ball foul. Offside. Defense number 35. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot will result in a first down. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the original offensive team, number 10. Now being forced 15 yards from succeeding spot. It'll be first down. That's when the change will be set.
It looked like Nehemiah Pritchett's okay. And that's good to see for those Auburn Tigers because he's going to be needed in this ball game for sure.
Well, maybe that little skirmish might have lit a little fire on that Auburn side right now. As Jerry Kill's bunch is coming here, not intimidated at all. Hugh Freeze, by the way, knows a little something about Jerry Kill's New Mexico State Aggies. Last year, New Mexico State beat his Liberty team pretty well. Diego Pavia had a heck of a game. 214 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air, and he rushed for another 125 and 3 touchdowns. I mean, there are the numbers right there. So when Coach Freeze was telling his team that this guy can really get you, he wasn't kidding.
Well, he wasn't, and he said that to us. He said it's a physical football team that plays hard, and that's really what we're seeing at the start of this ball game.
First down and 10. Big hole off the right side. Star Thomas inside the 40. He'll pick up 7, maybe 8. See where they officially spot it. Yeah, that'll be a 7-yard gain. Jalen Simpson making that tackle on the back end. Boy, a lot of the guys in the back end having to make plays.
They are. I mean, the ball's getting to the second level, and that's really what Tim Beck talked about. Offense coordinator for New Mexico State, just the ability for them to be different, to mix up their looks, to keep you off balance.
Thomas slides to the left. Keontae Scott comes in on a corner, little blitz. Thomas hit by Asante, and that'll be enough for the first down. Gain of 3.5.
Again, when you watch this group, and I'm talking about the New Mexico State Aggies, man, they identify as being a multiple offense, again, that will give you spread sets, some RPOs, some split back veer. They sort of pattern themselves after Coastal Carolina, and that's a tough offense to defend because they have a huge volume of offense.
4-man look, 3 down. Elijah McAllister stands up, but then he falls back, but it looks like delay of game coming up against.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Second penalty against New Mexico State.
And this is what Coach Beck did not want to see. His offense going backwards and now having to play from behind the chains against a pretty aggressive Auburn football team and who's been known to bring pressure in early down situations.
Empty set.
I think cover 0.
And a timeout taken by New Mexico State.
New Mexico State.
So we'll take it with them. Aggies drive it again. Getting late here in the first quarter at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Back-to-back games to get back into a bowl possibility, but they got to win their next 2 games against this Wildcat club and then their rivals, the Clemson Tigers. First down and 15 after the timeout.
Checking Manners home with the motion.
4-man rush. They hand it off to Jones, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go down as a loss of a yard. Asante, the first one there, and then the true freshman Keldrick Falk comes in to clean it up.
Let's talk about Keldrick Falk here, man. Look at his ability to close. He gets up the field, takes 3 quick steps, and he's down the line. That's what the big fella can do. Just a freshman, extremely talented, out of Highland Home High School, right here in Alabama.
Second down and 16. Stowers in motion. He'll come near side. Pass is caught there by Trent Hudson. He gets knocked out of bounds inside the 35, down to the 34 by Donovan Kaufman. That's a gain of 7. So now you're looking at third down and about 9.
And now you see Auburn going to more of a dime package, getting 6 DBs on the field, thinking more coverage. But here, they've got to make sure that they spy Pavia because he can scramble for a first down. Now 2-man.
Pavia hit and dropped at the 37-yard line.
What a stunt by
Elijah McAllister, Keldrick Falk, a loss of 3.
Just a nice push in the pocket, man. Those guys go speed to power. And with those long edges with McAllister and Falk, man, they're just able to collapse the pocket.
So now it's 4th down and 11. New Mexico State just kind of hanging out over there by the bench. They haven't sent out a punt team yet. The clock is just going to wind down to 1:18, 1:17. I mean, let's face it. only 3 offensive plays here in the first quarter by Auburn. They went 3 and out the only time they had the football. So, ball's at the 36.5-yard line. They took the delay of game and pushed it back, and they have an excellent kicker in Ethan Albertson, but not the longest of legs. Albertson, 40 of 54 in his career. He is 15 out of 20 this year, but they will decide to punt it away. Deontay Scott back at the 10-yard line, had that 74-yard punt return for a touchdown last week against Arkansas, but this one will be downed at the 10 or the 5-yard line. So a long field to go, but Auburn's offense, boy, they need to stretch a little bit. They've only been out there for 3 plays, and we only have 1:06 to go here in the first quarter.
And that's how New Mexico State plays football. I mean, they want to make sure they can chew the clock, create long fields when they can, play good defense. But this Auburn offense can be explosive. They've only had 3 plays, but this is the time where this Auburn offense has to step up, be accounted for right now. In 12 personnel.
This Auburn offense averaging 29 points a game.
QB run.
Thorne will pick up a couple of yards. Boy, New Mexico State, the ball came out, but it was after Thorne was down on the turf. Sterling Webb making the tackle for the Aggies, tripped him up.
Second down 8.
That's a nice little wrinkle by Auburn using Peyton Thorne in the QB power game.
Auburn's been running it extremely well. Here's Thorne. He's hit and dropped it to 10. He'll pick up about 3.5, and he'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
And we saw zone
3rd down 3
from this Mexico State Aggie defense in their last 3rd down. In this 3rd down, probably looking to play more man with the down and distance situation.
I think Auburn's going to try to flip the field. They're staring right into the sun. They might want to wait and get on the other end of the field for this big 3rd down coming up. So 5 plays in the first quarter for the Auburn Tigers. New Mexico State leads it after an opening touchdown pass. It's 7-0 Aggies. New Mexico State on the road. They've never defeated an SEC team. They are 0-27 right now. They lead 7-0 as we begin second quarter football. Auburn looking at a 3rd down and about 5. The Tigers have run 5 plays for 15 yards. New Mexico State 19 plays for 126. Thorne to throw, pass is caught. There's the Tiger 1st down. Let's see if they decide to go a little tempo or will keep it in check here backed up. Brandon Frazier with the reception.
1st and 10 from the 18.
First down for Auburn. New Mexico State had 8 first downs in that first quarter. High throw, that one's incomplete. Hey, between quarters, Taylor had a chance to catch up with Jerry Kill.
Well, Coach Kill, your offense controlled the clock and moved the ball early. What more do you need to see?
Well, the biggest thing is it's not the penalty, and we should have had another score, at least a field goal. And when you play a game like this, you can't afford to miss opportunities. So we got to get in and out of the huddle. And this is a big series for us. This series here, we got to get them to stop.
What's your message to Diego Pavia to handle this environment?
Well, I don't have to give him a message. He is who he is.
We're seeing that. Thanks for the time.
You bet.
Peyton Thorne brought down right at the 20-yard line, and it's another 3rd down coming up. Thorne's been hit a couple of times pretty hard today by this Aggie defense.
The Aggie defense looks well prepared, but a guy that's got to come alive for these Auburn Tigers has to be Rivaldo Fairweather. He's been a 3rd down guy. He's been a red zone guy, but somebody that's a tough matchup, whether he's in the slot or outside.
Auburn's tied in. Thorne flushed out of that pocket. On the run, throws near side. sideline. That'll be caught at the 30, and a flag is down in the backfield. And there is Fairweather right on cue, coach, with the reception. But let's wait on this flag. And the way Auburn's
Holding offense number 72. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Big third down.
by Xavion Miller.
Right here on the right side. And again, clear hold outside, which backs this Auburn offense up, puts them in a long third down situation.
Boy, they had the first down at the 30, and now they're looking at 3rd and 18.
And look for this New Mexico State team to show and play zone.
Another flag is down. Pass caught on the wide side out over the 20 to the 22-yard line. That one goes to Malcolm Johnson Jr.
Illegal formation, offense 52. Not a line of scrimmage. That penalty will be declined. 4th down.
Boy, the Tigers just not in sync, and they're going to have to punt this away as New Mexico State declines the penalty.
Just looking at the line of scrimmage, man, couldn't see those guys back up.
This has been a tough start for Auburn here at home. Jonathan Brady back to return this punt of Oscar Chapman, who is 4th in the SEC in punting average at 44 per punt. Boy, a beautiful day here at Auburn. Finished the regular season unblemished. Georgia Tech next week, and then the SEC championship game. Pass is caught on the far side by Childress. Ian Puckett over there knocks him out of bounds. Pick up a 4. I mean, we knew that New Mexico State was going to control this football when they had it, but I didn't think we'd see a 12:05 to 4:58 number on the board.
That's me as well, Dave. I mean, you look, and right now, man, they're playing their style of football at their pace.
Dump off. That one goes to Young, and we'll pick up about a yard before he is dropped. So 3rd down and about 4.5, maybe 5 coming up for the Aggies.
It's a good tackle on the perimeter by Nehemiah Pritchard, showing some physicality off the edge. And look for them in this condensed set to run what we call mesh, okay, or pick combinations versus man coverage.
Pavia flushed, lofts it up in the air and right through the hands of Stowers. He would have had enough for the first down. Pressure came from Larry Nixon III.
Well, look, this Auburn defense is going to bring pressure, so it's a great job of manufacturing some pressure and getting Pavia off the spot. Missed opportunity for those Aggies, and it's complete for a first down.
Aggies punting this one away. Zach Haynes hit. No flag down. Deontay Scott breaking a couple of tackles and a nice little return out near the 20. Zach Haynes got it away as he was run into, but the Auburn player concerned about where his team would be and understood, man, these are 18 to 22-year-old kids, and they see and they read all the stuff.
Absolutely.
There's Jarquez Hunter walloped at the 25.
You talk about maturity of a football team, and listen, it has everything to do for this team with what Peyton Thorne does on first down.
Here Here's Hunter working the right side, breaks a couple of tackles, has a first down, best run of the day for the Auburn Tigers. Jarquez has been on a roll of late, last 3 games, averaging 145 yards per game, picks up 9 there.
Again, for this offense, when they're efficient on first down, they can get into tempo, and that's what we've just seen.
Thorne, nice play fake, keeps it himself, trying to get a little block and then slips around the 45, but he'll be close to the first down. That will be a first down, 11-yard pickup. Miller brings him down.
When you watch Peyton Thorne coming off the RPO, his ability to improvise is fun to watch.
He's doing that right here. Sees a little bit of room, and he'll get out of bounds inside the Aggies' 50-yard line to 49 is where they'll spot it. It's a pickup of 5 for Peyton Thorne.
Staying ahead of the chains, man, right now, and that's what's keeping this offense active and back on the ball.
Completing 64% of his passes. There's Jarquez. He has hit a couple of times. Finds a way to pick up a yard. Let's go down to Taylor.
Jarquez Hunter was one of the top concerns Jerry Kill told us about. He said, look, that number 27, he is a handful. They actually had watched film from the Vanderbilt game. Those 2 explosive runs he had their full attention in prep this week.
He had a 67 and a 56-yard touchdown run against Vanderbilt when he had a career-high 183 on the ground.
That was really their focus coming into this ball game. They talked about stopping the run, working to create turnovers, and needing to tackle these running backs who are tough to bring down.
Well, the offense going to stay on the field here. On the plus side, a 4th and 1 coming up for Auburn. On the year, the Tigers on 4th down, 50%. They've gone for it 18 times. Thorne keeps it. He'll have the first down.
What a gutsy play by Peyton Thorne there.
Maniguez and Selden converge on the stop.
When you watch him here, man, he's able to put his shoulder down. He knows he's going to take a hit, but he's still able to get the first down, and that's the maturity and leadership that this football team needs right now. When you look at Peyton Thorne, man, he's been in these battles, these wars, and now this field general is trying to lead his offense down the field.
Damari Austin checks in the game at running back. Luke Deal, the tight end, goes in motion. All day to throw for Thorne. Has a wide open receiver, and Tyler Fromm just dropped it. There is a couple of flags down in the middle of that Auburn logo.
Holding offense number 77. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Big first down.
Well, there's a reason why he had so much time.
Insult to injury there. But as you look inside, man, you can see the tug and restriction inside by Jeremiah Wright. Again, an obvious call for these refs. Looking at 1st and long.
First down line back at the 33. Thorne going up top, trying to hit the home run. Javarius Johnson. There are no flags, and the Auburn bench erupts. And so do the 80,000 on hand. Selden back there in coverage on Johnson.
I've got to see the replay on this. Right there, I see the tug and restriction coming across now. Again, don't know if it impeded his ability, but it looked like an early tug.
The ball was a little bit underthrown.
Right.
Hugh Freeze wants to take a timeout. Boy, he is frustrated down there on that sideline, and the crowd going to let this officiating crew hear about it. We'll step aside. 8:08 to go before halftime. Thursday. There's Fairweather. He makes the catch and is walloped right at midfield by Selden again. Gain of 3. And now it's 3rd down and long. Boy, they got to get down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, this is a situation again where you're going to see these New Mexico State Aggies show some exotic looks and then look to play zone defense to try to see if they can get Peyton Thorne to throw into zone coverage.
7.5 minutes to go before halftime. 3rd down and 15. Thorne. Flags come out in that backfield again, and Thorne will be hit out of bounds, and multiple flags come out, but I think there might be a hold in the backfield, so we'll see how this all plays out. Tyler Martinez came in there a little bit late to hit Peyton Thorne.
Two fouls on the play, a live ball foul and a dead ball foul. Holding on the offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. After the play was over, dead ball personal foul. Defense number 35. 15-yard penalty from the exceeding spot. Automatic first down.
There was the hold. Iniguez was held, and then, boy, a little push in the back. It's almost like Tyler Martinez just couldn't stop and ran right into the back of Peyton Thorne. Auburn needed a break, and maybe that was the one they were needing.
Absolutely, but if you're Martinez, man, you have to have awareness. You know, situational football matters, and
1st and 10 from the 43.
for this Auburn Tigers, a little bit of life.
So the ball will be at the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10. Fairweather goes in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Hunter. Well, he is hit right at the 40. That was a big collision.
Inside off the inside zone, but listen to that contact.
Boy, Durval got his nose in there. You can hear that up here in our booth. Another flag is down on the far side as Hunter.
Hunter on the carry. There's a flag.
He'll be close to the line to gain. Apiu, along with Elliott on the tackle. Boy, Ken Williamson been a busy man today.
Legal substitution. Defense. 11 players on the field of play with the ball legally snapped. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. No result in a first down.
And this is what Coach Keel was talking about. He said this team changes pace on you, and they never sub. So you can't sub if they don't sub.
1st and 10 from the 33.
Cost them mistake.
New Mexico State now has 9 penalties today. Auburn has 6. 1st down and 10. Pressure comes. Thorne sees it, throws. Fairweather catch. Touchdown, Auburn. .32 yards, the 6th touchdown catch of the year for Fairweather.
We talked about it earlier. I mean, he's that guy. I mean, he's the toughest matchup on the field. So his ability been to split the seam and use that 6'4" frame to go above the defense. What a catch.
McPherson to attempt this point after. Is now 36 out of 36 on the year, but Fairweather 6 touchdown receptions for Peyton Thorne. He now has thrown 14 on the year, and we're all tied up here. Coach doesn't curse much, but this might be one of those times where it might just slip out. Tied at 7. Auburn with the 32-yard touchdown reception to even things up, and now New Mexico State back on the field behind their quarterback, Diego Pavia. They list him at 6 feet, 200 pounds. I don't know that he's 6 feet tall. We were down there before the game today.
Right.
but he has been an elusive guy. They've had a hard time getting their hands around old number 10. Handoff left side. Jones trying to find a little bit of room. These two teams, both of them top 10 in rushing in the country coming into this game.
And they both do a good job with their schemes. They've got good backs. They know how to move the line of scrimmage, but the volume of offense for this New Mexico State offense with all this misdirection is sometimes hard to defend, but this Auburn defense seems to start catching rhythm and seems to have a beat on what this group is doing so far.
Pavia coming near side. Trying to hit David. Coverage on the back end by DJ James.
And this is what makes DJ James so special. He can flip his hips at the line of scrimmage, but he can actually play long because he's got long arms. He can play long through long receivers. That's a nice job splitting the hands and being able to get the ball out.
He's graded out at almost 90% this year by Pro Football Focus, which is 6th best number in the country.
Critical third down here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 8 coming up. Over the middle, pass is caught. Stowers first down at the 45. The big fella thrown to the turf at the 48-yard line, a gain of 20.
Just a missed opportunity. Missed opportunity here by Donovan Kaufman. I mean, he drops down. There's an opportunity here for him to possibly steal this, and instead of making the short tackle, then he goes with the long arm. So, first down by New Mexico State.
Near side pass caught there. That'll be another New Mexico State first down. Bompel, the freshman, with his 3rd catch of the year.
And that's the thing. You always have to be alive with Pavia because you never know when you're getting the ball.
Side, and Jones just powers his way to the 31-yard line. Don't forget, we've got our nightcap right here on the SEC Network coming up. Kentucky and South Carolina over on ESPN at 7:30. You can watch the Gators and the Missouri Tigers. Well, Missouri's been a great story this year. Florida, you don't know what you're getting with those guys week to week.
Week to week, man, you come up and I mean, they're playing well, and then they've been on the roller coaster as well, up and down.
Stowers in at quarterback. He keeps it himself. Boy, Stowers is the transfer from Texas A&M. He kind of got wrapped up behind Haynes King, Max Johnson, Connor Wigman in that Texas A&M quarterback room last year. Came over in 2021 as a freshman, redshirted that year, and then last year just couldn't get on the field, transferred out. Now he's back home at a place where his dad played his college ball back in the early 90s, and he has done it all. And boy, Coach Kill can't say enough nice things about the kind of young man he has right now playing his quarterback spot. Stowers off the right side. He's pushed out of bounds.
Stowers carries for the first down.
Of course, his dad played in the early 90s. Don Stowers, DB, now gets to watch his son Eli run the show right now.
Absolutely. And the thing about Eli, he's a Swiss Army knife. He can do multiple things. You'll see him in the backfield. You'll see him in the slot. They find different ways to get him to football.
Stowers came out as a 4-star quarterback, 12th ranked quarterback in the country in his recruiting class. In motion goes Jones. Stowers will keep it. Big hole off the right side. He's inside the 10. He's down to the 5. A flag comes out, though.
Stowers on the carry. Lose the flag.
Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty from the spot. Big first down.
Cedric Claiborne grabbing an Auburn jersey. One of the reasons there was that big hole.
It's really obvious down here, man, as we look at the right tackle. Okay, man, it's getting to the edge. When you see the restriction on Elijah McAllister, that allows the big fella to get outside.
That is 10 penalties now. Jerry Kill's Aggies here in the first half. 10. Stowers still in at quarterback. This time he hands it off to Jones, who cuts it back and is met by 2 or 3 blue jerseys and stood up right there, maybe a yard or two. First one there was Cam Riley.
This Auburn Tigers defense is still finding ways to rally and get access to the football. Ron Roberts talked about this group's ability to be able to tackle. And it's got to show up when you're playing teams, men, that have running quarterbacks.
Aggies in field goal position now. Clock moving closer to a minute to go before halftime. Stowers still in at quarterback on second down and 18. Stowers keeps it himself, has to break a tackle, but then met right at the 25-yard line. Falls forward for a couple of yards. Elijah McAllister will get credit for that tackle, and the clock continues to move, and third down. They got to get all the way down to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, this is a situation here where if you can open the setup and possibly go 4 vertical.
Stowers has only thrown the ball 8 times all year. He's 4 out of 8. Stowers looking to throw. And now tuck it and run, and pushed out of bounds by McAllister. So he got it around the 22-yard line. 31 seconds to go, and here comes the kicking unit for the Aggies.
And that was great defense by Auburn, but when you looked at New Mexico State, Stowers hadn't thrown the football but only 1 time. Again, New Mexico State talked about going against the tendencies. So they broke a tendency there with the play action verticals, trying to see if they can get a quick one down the seam.
A 40-yarder for Ethan Albertson, who has had a really good year. 15 out of 20 from the far hash. The kick is on the way, and it is plenty good. He has now made 16 of 21 and 41 out of 55 in his career. And New Mexico State has taken the lead again. It's now 10-7 with just 26 seconds to go before halftime. And speaking of halftime, you can watch the live performance of Auburn University Marching Band on SEC Network Plus. Start streaming now over on the ESPN app. All right, so if you're Hugh Freeze, you got 26 seconds here. Obviously, the return will have an impact on how you really want to play this. But your message to your club at halftime would be what if you were in his shoes?
We're not playing bad. It's just sloppy. It's like when you look, man, we've had penalties to put us behind the chains. We haven't been able to have as many possessions as we want. So this second half has got to be about our sense of urgency to play our best football. And this group is capable of it.
New Mexico State's had the football 10 minutes more than Auburn. Tigers have 112 yards of total offense. They have run 21 plays. New Mexico State has run 32 plays. Boy, short kick, fair catch called for and taken at the 24-yard line. Only 3 drives so far. And this is, it's funny, you were talking to me about before the game, is like this could be a game that if you fall behind in this game in the second half with New Mexico State, you may only get 15, 20 plays.
Correct. I mean, when you talk about possessions matter in games like this. You have to be efficient with points and scoring opportunities. And that's really what Auburn's facing right now. With 26 seconds, he's probably going to take this into halftime, talk to his football team, and try to get this football team ready to come out and play. second half of this game.
Yeah, Auburn will get the football first to start the second half. Well, Coach Freeze, you know this. He talked all week to his club about this New Mexico State team. And that one is incomplete down the middle of the field. They were trying to hit Jay Fair with it.
Jay Fair. Second down.
I think he might reassert that message.
Yeah, there's no
Here
doubt.
in a few seconds. It has not been a sharp half offensively between penalties and just some execution issues for this Auburn offense. Peyton Thorne, 6 of 9, 63 yards. He'll hand it off. And
But saying that, one guy has shown up to play is Peyton Thorne. You know, as you watched him in this first half, he's been pretty efficient with the football. And when he's been asked to run, and he's been able to put his shoulder down and try to help his football team secure some first downs.
well, Auburn will reassess things. Meanwhile, New Mexico State got a feeling pretty good right now about themselves. On the road, up by 3. 10-7 is our score. New Mexico State 8-3, winners of 6 in a row. Got the opening touchdown and lead at 10-7 here at the break. Time to get you to the studio. Dory, I don't think anybody saw this one coming. Auburn looking for a big play coming out of this locker room. And again, another short kick. This one will be returnable. Taken there by Brandon Frazier, the tight end, out to the 30-yard line. Let's go down to Taylor Davis.
I spoke with both coaches at the half. We'll start with Coach Kill, who told me we're handling the football really well. We're controlling the clock, but we've got a lot of missed opportunities because of penalties. He said if we have 40 yards worth of penalties on one drive, we won't beat a team like this. And when I asked Coach Freeze what his message was at halftime, he said, I told them all, your care meter has to go up. No one is playing with a sense of urgency, and you won't get out of here with a win without it.
Thanks, Taylor. Previous 3 games for Auburn, first half point total 68. Today, just 7. Peyton Thorne, boy, chased down. Just can't run away from those 3 white jerseys. Boy, this New Mexico State defense has really been on top of things today.
Well, they really are. I mean, they're loading the box and really making it hard off the zone read action for this Auburn offense to run the football.
Thorne again, trying to find a little bit of room to run, and he does. Boy, some nifty footwork by the Auburn quarterback. He is out to the 37, maybe 38, but still a couple of yards shy. Andre Selden brings him down.
They're really working hard to get this ball moving and actually get in third and manageable. And right now, when they're in a 3rd and 3 situation that favors these Auburn Tigers.
3rd down and a couple. Fairweather goes in motion. Thorne, little keeper off the left side, has the first down and almost broke it. Almost got through the shoestring tackle of Mekhi Miller on the back end.
Watch this block here by Fairweather. He bypasses, and then he's able to climb up and actually get a seal block out there on the perimeter, which springs his quarterback.
Multiple flags down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball start on the offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
I just happened to glance down right as the flag came out in front of Coach Freeze, and he just threw his arms up like, guys, are you kidding me?
First down 15 from the 46.
So 1st and 15. Throw over the middle, pass caught there. Reception made by Johnson. He'll have the first down inside the 40.
Getting right back at it. Nice job here as they're finding isolations off the RPO. Nice throw, nice catch.
Jarquez Hunter bounces it. Get it inside the 35 to the 34. Sean Elliott making a nice play for the Aggies.
Second down 7.
Well, Jarquez just hasn't had a chance to really get cranked up today. Remember, coming off 3 consecutive 100-yard games and had 91 against Ole Miss and then the 3 straight 100-yard games. But today, he has kind of been stuck a little bit.
Hasn't really been able to get to the second level, and that's where we see him do his work.
7 carries for 24 yards. Bourne. Again, having to use his feet. Throws, here's Hunter. Jarquez. Flag comes out on the near sideline. And Hugh Freeze again can't believe this call. He is super frustrated now. The flag again right in front of him, which makes, I guess, a little bit more painful.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Repeat second down.
When that play started, it looked like an RPO. So as we take a look here, man, the play starts, it looks like an RPO. And then turns into a run. But again, linemen float downfield when they believe that their quarterback may be scrambling off run action. So unfortunately, goes against the Auburn Tigers, 2nd and 11.
So now it's 2nd down and a dozen. Thorne swings it out to Hunter. What a catch. Can't break the grasp of Mekhi Miller.
I'll tell you what, man, we've seen a fair amount of extracurricular physical activity from this New Mexico State defense. These guys, man, they want to play a different type of a ball. That's for sure.
You know the drill. You hear it over and over again. You can't let teams like New Mexico State, a team that came in here at 25-point underdog,
yes,
hang around.
It's about confidence, right? That's what we're looking at.
Third and 17. Thorne again, pocket collapses and down goes Peyton Thorne across the midfield stripe. Boy, and the Aggie bench erupts with enthusiasm. A loss of 8.
Deion Wilson with the sack. Coming with a big arm of the law. Big fella. Here he is inside coming off the game and just bull rushes the offensive tackle and finds himself with the sack.
The 26th sack of the year by this Aggie defense as that punt crosses the goal line. New Mexico State will have the football, their first possession. The defensive coordinator for New Mexico State, boy, he has found something that's working. The first 3 games, trying to put all the pieces together, but the last 8, where they have won 6 of those, less than 17 points a game, and today they've just allowed 7. What is he doing? What is this defense doing to really slow down Auburn?
They're limiting first down, efficient plays, both run and pass. And actually with the penalties, Auburn's found themselves, man, in 2nd and long and 3rd and long situations. And that's really helped this defense out as they've looked to bring pressure.
That handoff left side goes to Star Thomas. Big run to midfield. And he is dropped in Auburn territory at the 49-yard line by Nehemiah Pritchett, but a gain of 31.
As you look at this crease here, they cut off the defensive tackle, man, and find a crease the size of an 18-wheeler to run through for that New Mexico State offense.
I know, don't say it. I know you want to say that. Even I could have run through that. I know. Don't say it. 9:46 to go, 3rd quarter. New Mexico State up a field goal. Quick throw to the outside. Pass caught there by Jonathan Brady. Keontae Scott pushes him out of bounds. Gain of 4.
And that's what we continue to see from New Mexico State as they shuffle in and out of personnel groupings, and they continue to give different looks out of different formation. There's either a motion, okay, or some form of eye candy to be able to show run and put it on the perimeter, or be able to flick it out on the perimeter and get speed and space.
Fabio gets the snap. Quick handoff left side goes Star Thomas. Flags come out. Multiple flags coming out.
There's a flag in the play.
Okay. Holding on the offense. Penalty will be declined. Third down.
Jared Kill talked about it earlier today. Had him between quarters. You can't have these penalties, and they continue to mount. I mean, sooner or later, this is going to cost you.
Absolutely. And look for Auburn here. The defense coordinator, Ron Roberts, meant to apply a little pressure. Look for a form of all up. Actually, man, you're going to get a bluff here. All up, they're going to bluff. There you go.
Timeout taken by New Mexico State.
Final snap. Timeout. New Mexico State. First of the half.
And Auburn was coming with the heat. So 3rd down and 7. Defensive coordinator Ron Roberts trying to get his club to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. Back in a moment. Here it's just been a crazy game in so many ways, and one of the ways is these two teams love to run the football, very proficient in it.
Right.
But today it really hadn't been the case.
No, I'm looking at New Mexico State, and New Mexico State said that they would go against their tendencies. Their tendency was to run. You've seen more pass. Look for some form of man-free pressure from this Auburn defense.
3rd down and 7. Auburn bringing the heat. Pavia across the middle. Pass is caught. 1st down at the 35-yard line. Pavia now 14 of 20. Picks up 11 more. Has 142 yards through the air and hits Trent Hudson.
The key with Pavia is his movement in the pocket. He's able to extend a window or open a window with his feet. Nice catch by Trent Wilson. This young man's playing with a lot of confidence.
Yes. I mean, he makes like throws you don't coach. Like
he does.
No quarterback coach is going to tell him to line up and throw some of these we've seen today. Stowers in at quarterback now. He'll keep it off the right side. Eli spins and twists down to the 29. Give him 6 yards. Jalen Simpson makes the tackle.
We had talked about it earlier with Jonathan Brady and Trent Hudson being able to be these go-to receivers, and as they've thrown the ball today, man, we've been able to see these receivers sort of show up. Again, this is a run-heavy offense that's going against the grain and actually putting the football in the air.
Stowers. Boy, turned what would have been a negative play into a positive play. As he will pick up the 1st down. They're going to move the sticks. Yes, 1st down run by Stowers.
Changing quarterbacks.
Stowers gets the wide receiver gloves on now. A little tight end, a little wide receiver, a little quarterback. And there's a proud papa right there watching his young son. Of course, Donald Stowers played at New Mexico State back in the early 90s. Over the middle, caught. 1st down inside the 10. Reception made by Cordell David.
Inside, but he just finds himself open as he comes inside on the seam. Great catch by Cordell David, but a much better key and read by Pavia in this 2nd half of flushing out this defense and trying to find open windows to throw into.
Pavia now 15 of 21. Has a touchdown and no picks. Talking to his offensive line. 5:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And whistles will stop the play and another timeout.
prior to the snap. Timeout, New Mexico State.
Well, New Mexico State has already used 2 timeouts here in the third quarter, but knocking on the door, up 3. Here, Darian, it's 10-7. Not a whole lot of offense, but for this Auburn Tiger team, but New Mexico State has put together a fantastic drive here. It is 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. Little razzle dazzle. Stowers trying to throw, and he's pushed out of bounds, and that'll lose a bunch of yardage. Where do they spot it? Around the 17, 18-yard line. That'll be a loss of 10. Don't you have to just get rid of that ball?
Yeah, right here, you can't take this loss. So off the reverse, as a quarterback, you have to have an awareness just to flick that ball towards the line of scrimmage and get it out of bounds. That's a nice play by Larry Nixon. And now they find themselves behind the chains against one of the nation's top 15 defensive red zone units.
Yeah, they've been outstanding in the red zone, this Auburn defense, all season long. They are bowing their necks here. 2nd and goal. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Keontae Scott.
And that's what Auburn's been doing in this ball game, and they've been attacking off the edge. That's a nice job of Keontae getting his hands up. That's the 3rd PBU of this ball game. And as you see, that Auburn red zone defense can be stymied. Critical 3rd down situation. Look for Auburn to show pressure. Show pressure and drop and play zone defense down here. And they bring it.
Over the middle. Touchdown, Aggies. Star Thomas stumbles into the end zone from 17 yards out.
The Auburn Tigers come with a 0 blitz. They come with a 0 blitz, and the back sneaks out with nobody in coverage.
The 2nd touchdown pass of the game for Diego Pavia. 16 of 23 for 177.
You see the inside pressure. And generally in that situation, you have somebody with peel responsibility on the back. It looks like there was some miscommunication. And when you have miscommunication, then it generally leads to offensive opportunity.
Mexico State now, that was an 80-plus yard drive again. They've had 12 of those this season. Jerry Kill, I mean, this is a remarkable story. One of the best stories in college football you probably haven't noticed the last year and a half. They also have one of the best players you probably haven't heard of, and quarterback Diego Pavia. But this is a club that is certainly getting some recognition, and they'll play for the Conference USA Championship against Liberty at Liberty in 2 weeks. But they have really become an unbelievable, remarkable story just from the fact that they were considered, in the words of Jerry Kill, the worst team in FBS when he took the job.
And he wasn't kidding.
You've been down to New Mexico State.
I have.
It's not the easiest place to build a program and recruit, but he has found a way. Boy, that one is taken 5 yards deep by Batee. Breaks a tackle, out over the 20 to the 23. But they're starting to get a little bit of recognition, are the Aggies. And this week, I kind of like chuckled a little bit when I saw this in the USA Today. Their college football rankings, obviously just an opinion, had New Mexico State one behind Texas A&M, but 4 ahead of Auburn, ahead of Kentucky, ahead of Florida, and I'm like, come on. But maybe there's something there.
Well, it's been about the body of work, right? It's not based on one season. It's based on what he's been able to do over the last 2 seasons. And this football team, again, is physical. They play hard. But right now, this Auburn Tiger squad needing to have some action.
Boy, just nowhere to run right now. Let's go down to Taylor.
I asked the players this week what Coach Kill has brought to this program. They described it as a lunch pail, hard hat mentality. They said, look, we're not going to be the roster of the biggest, strongest, fastest guys, but he has created a work ethic in this program so that we go into any game with the confidence that we can win.
Mr. Fix-It, that's what they call him. Right now, Hugh Freeze and company trying to fix it on offense. Just 7 points. Thorne dumps it off to Austin. He's hit immediately after the reception. Picks up a few yards. Makai Miller over there with the play. That's a 4-yard gain, so now you're looking at 3rd down and about 6.
3rd down 6.
And it's about time to come back to
Our boy.
Mr. Fairweather.
Yeah,
Fairweather over there.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go there.
Absolutely.
Rivaldo. Let's see if we can see if they do go that direction. Lofted up, and that one is incomplete. No flags. Knocked away at the last minute by Andre Selden. He's trying to hit Malcolm Johnson Jr.
In the slot, we see the coverage. Little hand fighting, but it's a nice job of staying in phase and playing through the hands. That's good defense.
We're seeing a little bit of what some of the problems were offensively for Auburn before this 3-game win streak, and that is maybe some separation from the receivers at the line of scrimmage. Guys just having a little bit of wiggle to get open.
Yes. Really, when you talk about Auburn's offensive struggles a little bit, it comes back to the ability of receivers to be able to separate in critical situations. Haven't been able to do it, and that's really showed up here tonight.
56-yard punt. Auburn has won 3 consecutive games. And they had that 4-game skid, and A&M got them 27-10, but nobody's played Georgia as well as Auburn did, losing by a touchdown.
That's right.
That's the closest margin for the Bulldogs all year. LSU got them pretty good. Jaden Daniels so good. Ole Miss was just a 1-touchdown game. You can see Peyton Thorne, how frustrated he is today. It just hasn't clicked. It hasn't been there. It's been you can check all the boxes on why it hasn't gone well.
Absolutely. Just haven't found rhythm.
That one is incomplete. Trying to hit Childress. Jalen Simpson back there in coverage for the Tigers.
Keontae Scott's doing a better job as he's blitzing off the edge now, not coming straight at the quarterback, but having Pavio change his arm angle. And so he had to throw that one a little out in front, and between the safety and the slot cover corner, they were able to squeeze that throw. No window.
Pavia, in his 2nd year running this offense for the Aggies, transferred in from New Mexico Military College. Dumps it off underneath on 2nd down. That one goes to Jamani Jones. If I'm not mistaken, New Mexico Military College also produced Jordan Teamu, who was the old Ole Miss quarterback for a couple of years.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
3rd and 5. New Mexico State will let this play clock wind down. Boy, they are just chewing up as much clock as they possibly can. This has worked exactly how they would want it to if they were going to draw it up.
And they're going empty to identify man or zone coverage.
Pavia. Little ball fake, runs for it, 1st down. This guy's something else. I mean, not a huge run, but 13 yards and enough for the 1st down.
The thing that makes him special here, you look, watch the pump fake. I mean, like right there, just that little move right there, it buys him another 5 yards.
I mean, watching him warm up before the game today, you just kind of had to chuckle. I mean, he has this swagger when there's like 5 people on the field. Like he's bouncing around, pump faking, and the guys are just running these little simple routes, but he's like doing all the moves.
He looks like he's having fun out there.
Pavia flushed, looking, and pick up a few yards, runs into that Auburn bench area.
And I'm sure right now, the biggest thing that's probably giving Coach Roberts fits is they're not containing the quarterback. When you don't contain a guy like Pavia, I mean, he just extends plays on you.
You bring up a good point. We've had Auburn a few times here the last month or so, and we've talked a lot about Marcus Harris. We talked a lot about Jalen McLeod, Eugene Asante, Austin Keys. We haven't really mentioned those guys much today.
You haven't, because you haven't been able to keep the quarterback in the pocket.
Pavia this time swarmed, gain of a couple, but that'll bring up a third down at about 5, maybe 6. Keldrick Falk, Austin Keys. Keys playing with that big cast on the thumb, broke his thumb in practice, needed to have surgery, missed about a half a dozen games, but that cast is getting smaller and smaller each week, although he looks like he's in a little bit of pain right now holding on to that.
Well, we look here in this third down situation, and we've seen empty, so they're coming out to identify man or zone, and they may shift the running back in, but it looks like Auburn's looking to possibly bring pressure here. I mean, they're going to bring pressure. Up, they drop.
And a whistle to stop the play. There is a flag down. Jonathan Brady got flipped up in the air. I think that was probably a fortunate break for New Mexico State, even though they were going to lose 5 yards, but they were definitely going to have to punt it away.
That play by DJ James right there. Wow. Split the double, still make the tackle. Again, Auburn's trying to mix up these looks for Pavia, because for him, if he identifies it, he'll make you pay.
Pavia out to the 42. He's going to be 2 yards, 2.5. Pritchett and Falk come up for the tackle. Gain of 9, needed 11.
It's a great job by the coverage, making Pavia pull up.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. It'll be 4th down and about 2.5.
Well, Coach, with how they've controlled the clock in this game, how can you flip the script in the 4th?
Yeah, I mean, we got to get some first downs. Got to get off the field on 3rd down. I mean, they've controlled the whole game. You know, give them a lot of credit, but, you know, the penalties and our lack of execution has been pretty bad.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thank you.
Right on the head. It's just been a lack of execution. Fake punt by the Aggies. They will have the first down and a whole lot more. Inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line.
Well, you got this group playing with house money.
Tiavasue comes up, the tight end, and had a lot of daylight. His second carry of the year. It goes for 23 yards, and the Aggies will have it first down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Boy, Ron Tiavasue with the play of the game so far. Star Thomas on the carry. He picks up 8.5 down to the 26-yard line. Boy, that could be just that's a spirit breaker.
It can be, and this group right now just needs to stem the tide, control the line of scrimmage, man, and find themselves, man, getting off the field.
Second down and short. They'll stay on the ground with it, hand it off to Star Thomas inside the 20, a first down. Down to the 18, a gain of 8. And again, now they're just chewing this clock.
But this is what New Mexico State does. I mean, you look here, man, they run split zone, and there's just nobody on the edge. And so this ball goes for another 4 to 5 yards because there's nobody on the edge at the line of scrimmage. right now, Coach Ron Roberts is trying to figure out a way to get an extra hat in the box because this New Mexico State team looks to put you away with run game in the fourth quarter.
10th play of this drive. Stowers in, quarterback. He will hand it off to Jamani Jones. He pushed out of bounds. A flag, couple of flags. There was a hold in there. Couldn't see who that was. That might have been Tomas Whitford, the tight end, who was grabbing a jersey.
Holding on the offense, number 85. 10-yard penalty from previous spot. Transfer.
And you can just see the frustration, Coach Keel. But here on our left side, right there at the point of contact, but you'll see the restriction right there by number 85, Whitford.
First down 20, come to 28.
First down and 20. Down the seam, and that was incomplete, off the hands of Cordell David, a little bit behind him.
Here, just running switch seams. He's able to get behind in the backer and ball just a little bit behind. That's one of the few that we've seen from Bobby, and it's been a little off the mark.
Well, the incomplete pass did stop the clock.
Scoop started in empty. Staying in empty. Little sprint.
Three-man rush. To the far side, pass caught down to the 10-yard line goes Cordell David. That'll make it a manageable down and distance coming up. Third down and about 3.
And they're looking to get him on the perimeter. They run a flood combination outside, man, just trying to hit a safety valve, and they're able to pick up close to 13 yards on that play.
4 catches now, 55 yards for David. Pavia keeps it, has a first down, breaks the tackle. It'll be first and goal from the 5-yard line.
First down.
When you watch Pavia here off the zone read action, his ability just to get lost in tight creases and areas and find yardage, man, is unbelievable. Ultimate competitor.
Boy, Auburn's only going to get a couple more possessions, you'd think, the way that New Mexico State is holding on and milking the clock here.
No more than 2 possessions.
Oof.
So it's critical for a stop here.
Pavia keeps it himself. Runs into traffic, and this spot is forward progress at the 4. They'll say he was down before that ball came out. But again, that clock continues to churn.
At the end of this play, the whistle had blown and his momentum was stopped before the ball comes out, but the ball is out.
Hugh Freeze wants a timeout. He thinks that was a fumble, but I think the ball did come out, but I think forward progress was stopped at the 4-yard line.
It was, and that's what they ruled.
So they'll go take another look at this, and we will step aside for a moment. Well, Hugh Freeze still frustrated with the call, but after review, they say call stands, and they blew the play dead.
Correct.
And you can see the official on the far side coming in right now saying down, and ball stays with the Aggies. They go Stowers at quarterback. He'll take it left side, and he is tripped up and dropped there by Jason Jones, the nose tackle, making a play. It'll be 3rd down and goal now for about the 4.
Great play by Jason Jones. Vertical penetration.
Boy, this current drive, we talk about it, and it's an unbelievable asset to be able to do this, but it's 15 plays, 8.5 minutes off the clock right now. Stowers keeps it himself. He'll be stopped around the 3-yard line.
Flag down.
I don't see one. So the clock continues to move, and New Mexico State going to send out their field goal unit. And the good news for Auburn is this will keep it at a 2-possession game.
Correct, because you're probably only going to get 2 more possessions in this ball game. So,
oh no, they're going to try to, looks like try to create some
Daffy Duck.
And now they'll call timeout.
Just trying to see how they would align.
Boy, Jerry Kill is mad about something.
Mexico State.
He thought he
had an opportunity to run a play out of that.
Correct.
Boy, Jerry Kill came flying off that sideline when the timeout was called. Boy, everybody's chirping. What are they trying to do here, Coach?
Okay, man, as we look here, we can get a freeze here. I mean, off the look, he sees right now that there's short numbers to the left. So he would actually like for him to snap the football so they could possibly look at running that ball right down the pipe. He felt like he had numbers to numbers, a hat for a hat. And that's all you need down in the red zone. Yeah. Put the ball in.
Boy, he came. I didn't know Coach Kill could move like that.
Yeah.
He was, felt like he had a chance. As a matter of fact, they've already in this possession ran a fake punt.
And this is back to the fumble. And as you take a look, again, great play by Jalen Simpson, but his progress was stopped. The referees have come in and blown it dead.
So they're going to keep the offense on the field on a 4th and goal. Pavia to the corner of the end zone, caught, touchdown, New Mexico State. Eli Stowers with the reception.
You watch this here. They run smash 7, and he's just barely able to get his feet down. Eli Stowers has been a utility knife for this New Mexico State offense.
Left foot down. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Goodness gracious. Going for it on 4th down. A fake punt on a 4th down. The Aggies, folks, are for real. It is a 24/7 game here in Germany.
SEC Network Football is brought to you by T-Mobile 5G Home Internet, connecting homes across the SEC.
Diego Pavia. This guy has been remarkable. How about that drive, by the way? Almost 10 minutes off the clock, 16 plays. Eli Stowers, the Texas A&M transfer, who has played wide receiver, tight end, quarterback today. His dad, former Aggie himself, just after that last touchdown, a little excited as a proud papa might be.
Absolutely, uncontrollably excited.
Let's go down to Taylor.
We've talked about his dad's playing career, but he was also a coach for 19 years. So Eli told me he had me on the whiteboards drawing plays when I was in elementary school, but it's that mental understanding of the game that's allowed him to play 3 positions.
Oh, that one is muffed. Loose football fallen on by Sean Jackson. That could have been a game ender. How about New Mexico State? They have never won a game against an SEC opponent. 0-3 versus Auburn. They're getting $1.85 million to come here and play.
Wow.
First and 10 Auburn from the 17.
Man, that's a lot of money.
Yes. Peyton Thorne will run out to the 25, lost the football, but Auburn fell on it. Goodness. I mean, if it could go wrong today, it has for Auburn.
In here, man, just at the end, he put the ball away, but it was just on the hat side.
Down the seam, pass is caught. Johnson in Aggie territory down to the 45-yard line. One of the best plays, biggest yardage gains by Auburn today, 29-yard pickup.
First down from the 46.
Thorne dumps it off underneath. This one's caught as well. That's Caleb Burton on the reception, picks up 4.
They got to move fast.
Out of the hands of Jarquez. Hunter just couldn't hold on to it.
B.J. Skurlock on the coverage.
Aggies just getting B.J. back on the field. He's missed the last couple of games. He was their starter at that corner spot. 3rd down now. They'll run it with Hunter. Needed to get close to the 35. It's going to be real close to that line to gain.
Looks like they gave it to him.
First down.
So he gets enough. Fresh set of downs now for the Tigers. Pressure comes. Payne Thorne can't get out of trouble and is thrown down at the 47. The combination of Iniguez and Sterling Webb, a loss of 10.
Here, just off the game and stunt, they're just able to collapse the pocket. Little cage rush, collapse of the pocket, nowhere for Peyton Thorne to go.
Dump it off underneath. It's Caleb Burton to 3rd. He's to the 41, but a long way to go to get the first down, which is around the 25-yard line. That picks up 7. The clock moving at 6:23, 6:22.
And they've got 2 downs to do it here, obviously.
Out the kicking unit. They're going to need the 3 somewhere.
They are. So, I mean, it's about time on the clock. In field goal range, take the field goal, save the time.
Kick on the way from McPherson, and he splits the upright, so his streak continues at 48-yarder. He is perfect on the year at 12 out of 12, but still a long way to go for the Tigers. We are in Auburn, Alabama, where right now the Tigers were right about a 25.5-point favorite coming into this one, and they trail by 14 with 5:29 to go. Just got a 48-yard field goal. And now the onside kick, and it was hit by the Aggies and bounced off it. Boy, there's a mad scrum. Ball didn't travel, Tim. That's because the Aggies went and got it, so it was off a New Mexico State player. football is it? Let's wait for this. Have we got a signal yet? It's going to be New Mexico State football. Boy, that took a long time. The Aggies come up with it. They'll have it. We'll step aside for just a moment. Student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más Student Section of the Year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. Well, the students that came out to this one certainly didn't expect to see this on the scoreboard. 24-10, New Mexico State. They have the football after the onside kick they recovered inside Auburn territory at the 44. They will hand it off to Young, who gets it inside the 40. And now just watch this Aggie team just chew up more clock. It has been the story today. Time of possession, 35 minutes for the Aggies, 19 and a half minutes for Auburn. Pavia has certainly done his job, 19 to 28, 3 touchdown passes. You see the total yards, but it has really been, I mean, this is New Mexico State football. They have dictated this game from the opening possession.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been about possessing the football, manufacturing drives, playing solid defense, and being able to make sure that they were opportunistic when their opportunities came.
2nd down and 5. They'll hand it off to Young again, and it'll be 3rd down and a couple of yards. At some point, Auburn's going to start chewing up some of these timeouts. Oh, the Aggies, you want to talk about upsets, this would be up there. This would be a monumental one in a lot of ways. New Mexico State 0-24 versus the SEC, 0-3 against Auburn. This is a team that just, under Jerry Kill, has won 14 of their last 18 games going back to last year. Before Jerry Kill took over this job at the beginning of 2022, the prior 5 years, New Mexico State had won just 15 games total. Third down and a couple. They'll go with Young. Boy, some nifty moves. 1st down and a whole lot more, and tries to stay in bounds, and I believe he does so.
Smart football play there. Getting outside on the edge. He runs inside zone. He just bounces. Attacks leverage and knows where he is and goes down and keeps that clock running. It's a smart football play.
Minutes to play here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Pavia keeps it himself and will take it inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. But here is the day for Diego Pavia. Cordell David on that first reception. Then over the middle, he'll find Star Thomas for the touchdown. And this is the one right here that provided the separation. Eli Stowers on a 4th down call.
I mean, when you look at what Coach Kill's done today, I mean, even in situational ball, just some of the calls. Sometimes, man, scared money don't win. And look, he came out today, man. They made some great calls in critical situations, and his team responded. So, you know, you got to give credit where credit is due when you talk about, you know, taking some chances and believing in your guys.
2:22 to go. Boy, Hugh Freeze won't want to see Diego Pavia anymore. Pavia had 6 touchdowns against Hugh Freeze's Liberty Club a year ago. Here's Young. Cuts it back to the 5 and knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for New Mexico State.
1st and goal for the 2.
This State board running backs, man, we're just seeing, you know, what they're capable of here. He just attacks leverage, but he picks up a block from his quarterback. And again, New Mexico State doing what New Mexico State does. I mean, they close out games running the football.
Pavia with a good block there. Well, tonight the SEC football final crew will take you through the biggest stories of the day, and this is certainly one of them, and break down all the games at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central after Kentucky and South Carolina. It's right here on the SEC Network and, of course, the ESPN app. You know, a lot of folks around here were eyeballing the Iron Bowl next week. Alabama took care of their business, albeit Chattanooga not quite New Mexico State in terms of competition.
Correct.
Put up 66 points, but Hugh Freeze kept talking about, man, we can't, it's about this week. It's about not about next week. And I think sometimes it's hard to tell young men, it's hard to crack that, whatever that is going on in their mind.
It's what you said earlier as we were talking, 18 to 22-year-olds, and like the idea of just trying to frame it for them so that they understand the importance. Sometimes that's the toughest thing to do. You stay in the moment.
First and goal, they'll give it to Young, and he'll break it to the outside. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Mykailyn Young, and New Mexico State can start celebrating now.
Officers will attempt the point after. Evidence on hold.
.31 points on the board. This was a 10-7 game at halftime. New Mexico State had the lead. And now the Crimson and White up by 21 on the road here at Jordan-Hare.
I believe few saw this coming, but here, again, man, just bouncing an inside zone and on the perimeter. Nobody there, but he's able to get it in the end zone. This is truly a game that really, nobody really saw this coming. Hats off to New Mexico State, good football team. And I guess we can all see why they call Coach Keel the fix-it coach.
Mr. Fix-It. Boy, he has done more than fix it. Jeez, this is some kind of job by the Aggies and this staff, and Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator. And cannot say enough about the job from Nate Dreiling, who's trying to manage 3 kids at home, all under the age of 2.
Right.
His wife is battling cancer, and he is working, and Coach Keel's given him the opportunity to work both ends of that situation in his home life.
Yes.
Even Coach Keel is having to take some time. He's still battling epilepsy. He's had it his whole life, and it's forced him out of coaching when he was at Minnesota to kind of reevaluate his health, but it still comes up, and he battles through it, takes days off. I mean, it's just incredible what's going on in Las Cruces. And they find a way to win. Let's go down to Taylor.
Well, Dave, you mentioned Coach Dreiling's wife, who's been battling breast cancer. She was actually diagnosed this past August. He told us this week she's doing well. Her spirits are high. She actually just went through her 4th round of chemotherapy. But the program has been wearing these pink Be Brave bracelets. They were kind enough to give us some. I've been wearing it during the broadcast. They say be brave to support Alexa. So Alexa, our thoughts and prayers are certainly with you. Your bravery is so respected.
Thanks, Taylor. Certainly it is, and it's just part of this amazing story of Aggie football right now.
Yeah, when we were talking to Coach Dreiling the other day, just to see him at home with his family, it's pretty incredible. I mean, this. He's going through a lot right now, but to be able to, lead his defense, Coach Keel, respecting exactly, what's going on and supporting, it's amazing. That's what coaches do. It's a brotherhood. It's an opportunity for us to take care of one another.
Peyton Thorne has gone the distance at quarterback. He scrambled, but he starts his slide shy of the first down marker, so the clock continues to run at 1:24. Man, oh man, there will be a lot of people looking around the country at this score, going, what in the world happened in Auburn, Alabama? I'm going to walk out of here and go, what in the world happened as well? I mean, you just didn't see it coming. You just didn't see it coming. I know New Mexico State felt like they had a chance coming into this game. Coach Freeze knew how talented this group was, but still, let's face it, they've never beaten an SEC team, and they were 25.5-point underdogs. That's why we play the game.
It is why we play the game.
Thorne, he is tripped up from behind. It'll be 4th down. Gabe Peterson making the tackle there for the Aggies. And Jerry Kill beginning to celebrate this one. Pass caught by Fairweather. He's knocked out of bounds well shy of the line to gain, and that'll give the football back to New Mexico State, and they get to line up in the best formation in football. Don't forget, coming up after this one, it's Kentucky and South Carolina. You can also see Florida and Missouri 7:30 over on ESPN. But here comes the bath for Jerry Kill.
The look on his face says it all.
This Aggie team's going to go to 9-3. This will be 7 straight victories for New Mexico State. And of course, they'll have Jacksonville State next week, a Conference USA game. Jacksonville State's having a great year.
They are.
But they're not eligible to play for the conference championship. So Liberty and New Mexico State for the Conference USA title in a couple of weeks. But right now, folks, they're going to celebrate this one. Their first ever win for New Mexico State against the Southeastern Conference club, and it comes here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. The final score 31-10. Jerry Kill and Hugh Freeze know each other, good friends. Tied guys. Matter of fact, Hugh Freeze even offered a job to Jerry Kill recently, but Coach Kill said he'd rather go take the New Mexico State job and do what he does, and that is turn around programs. What a story developing in Las Cruces. Let's go down to Taylor.
Well, guys, I'm with Coach Kill, who might be a little cold. He already got the water dumped on him, celebrating a big victory, Coach. The first win over an SEC team for this New Mexico State program. How'd they get it done?
Just relentless effort. You know, I think it showed up on the last play. We got the quarterback. Our guy got knocked down, got up, and we got the sack. But these kids are amazing, and, you know, it's all about the kids. It ain't about the coaching, and the kids came through, and I'm proud of them.
This Auburn defense has been relentless all season. How did your offense find such success against them?
You got to give our quarterback a lot of credit. You know, he's played banged up here the last 3 weeks, and you always want to hold him out, and it ain't going to happen. You're going to take him out, it ain't going to happen. But it starts with him, and then I thought we dominated the game up front.
You took over a program that was struggling last year. You sit here 9-3. You'll play for a conference championship. How have they done it?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm speechless on that. They did it because they bought into what we're doing, and I think our credibility coming in and changing programs around is about the 5th or 6th helped us. I think the credibility helped us, and they bought in.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. Congrats, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's a good man, Jerry Kill, doing a fantastic job. His club comes into Jordan-Hare Stadium, and really, I mean, there's no other way to say it. They dominated this game.
They really did. I mean, offense, defense, special teams.
Outstanding victory, but a tough loss for Auburn. They're going to have to regroup in a hurry, folks. They'll have Alabama in this building next Saturday. For Derek Mason, Taylor Davis, the rest of our crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long from the loveliest village on the plains. New Mexico State wins it 31-10. Let's get you to